When God is about to give you something big, you will see these signs. Do you know that God is blessing you with something great? Why do you ignore the clear signs He sends? In this chaotic life, there are times you might complain that God is silent or that your prayers are unanswered. But the truth is, He is still working, powerfully but quietly. He is rearranging everything and making way for your spiritual breakthrough. Open your spiritual eyes. Don't remain silent when God is speaking. Before a miracle happens, God often gives you some clear signs, like a gentle whisper reminding you, "My child, be ready." If you're sensing unusual movements in your soul or finding yourself in unexplainable situations in life, you may be standing very close to a season of unprecedented blessings. Don't miss it. This is the moment to recognize those divine signs and confidently walk in His great plan. Be awake and prepared. We have spent plenty of time studying the messages of God, so every word we write is sent with the utmost respect, aiming to share this holy journey with those serving Him. If you don't have 10 minutes, feel free to skip this video and come back when you're truly ready. If you are still here, join us at the 7 Bible Verse channel to explore the clear signs that God is about to bless you with something great in your life. 1. You feel isolated from the crowd. There are times when you feel separated from those around you. It seems like everyone else has companions while you have to walk alone. This feeling of isolation makes you feel lonely and uneasy. But in reality, this is a sign of God's calling. He often calls us out of the noisy crowd to prepare us for the great works He has planned. Don't be afraid of solitude. That's where God meets you. In John 15, verse 19, Jesus said, "If you were of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." Do you know Elijah, the mighty prophet? He once felt alone and wanted to give up after being pursued by Queen Jezebel. He fled into the wilderness, thinking he had no one left by his side. But in that moment of isolation, God came to him, not with fire or earthquake, but with a gentle whisper. Then He gave him a new mission, to anoint future kings and choose Elisha as his successor as prophet. Those most anointed are specially chosen by God to carry out a unique mission. Believe in God. Isolation is not rejection, it is guidance. 2. Many doors suddenly close, even though you tried your best. When you see door after door closing, it may not be the end, but possibly God's intervention. He removes doors that are not part of His plan for you. What He's doing is not to make you suffer, but to protect you from things that are not worthy. The bright future is waiting for you. Closed doors do not represent failure, but rather a way for you to embark on a new journey, a journey designed by His divine will. Sometimes, in the moment of rejection, loss, or endings, you can see clearly the path God has set before you, the path leading to glory, happiness, and eternal prosperity. Do not knock on the door God has closed. Believe that something better is coming. In Jeremiah 29:11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." I've been there before. I was rejected from a job I really loved, a position I had prayed for, prepared for, and poured my heart into. When I received the bad news, I was devastated and disappointed. I felt like I had done everything and still wasn't enough. But just a few weeks later, a new door opened, a job even more fitting, one that aligned with my passions, values, and mission. The strange thing is, if that first job had worked out, I would not be where I am today. When you face failures or see doors close, don't be discouraged. Trust that God is leading you to a new path, a bigger door that He has prepared for you. Today's closing door may be a sign of something good opening in the future. You begin to dream of God and hear His words. Have you ever woken up from a dream that left you feeling as if God was whispering something deep into your spirit? Don't dismiss it. God is still speaking to us, not only through the Bible, people, or events, but also through our dreams. Listen in the dark. Your dreams could be messages from heaven. When you keep dreaming about spiritual things, having conversations with God, or seeing light, the cross, angels, it could be a clear sign that God is preparing your heart for an important mission. These dreams are not random. They are divine encounters where His will is gently and mysteriously revealed. In Job 33 verse 15, it says, "In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on people, as they lie on their beds, He opens their ears and terrifies them with warnings." We cannot forget Samuel, the young boy living in the temple. He heard God's voice in the middle of the night. He listened, obeyed, and became one of the greatest prophets in the Bible. God began speaking to him through dreams and calls in the night. Not when he was mature and powerful, but when he was young, with a pure heart ready to receive something new from Him. So if you are experiencing strange and spiritual dreams, don't disregard them. Write them down. Pray over them. Prepare your heart, because it might be God's invitation to a magnificent journey that's about to begin. Don't forget to comment and share with us the dreams God has sent you. They may be the key to a great mission waiting for you. You feel that everything inside you is being reshaped. Internal change is a clear sign that God is preparing you for a great mission. This change is not just an external one, but an inner transformation, making you a new person who can fulfill the purpose God has set for you. God needs us to change our thoughts, attitudes, and actions so that we can do the work He wants us to do. In 2 Corinthians 5:17 writes, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone, the new is here." There are times when you no longer recognize yourself. You begin to think more deeply, discern right from wrong more clearly, and lose interest in the things that once captivated you. Fun, shallow relationships, or material dreams no longer satisfy you. You begin to long for something more divine, something higher. This is not confusion. It's a sign that God is changing you from within, preparing you for a new, meaningful journey. I know a colleague who shared that he always sought self-worth through recognition from others. He worked tirelessly, constantly trying to be noticed and praised. However, he realized that this race was not bringing him true satisfaction. Instead of continuing to chase external things, he turned to God. Not asking for anything, but seeking healing. He gradually learned that true worth is not found in the eyes of others, but in the eyes of the Creator. And when his soul found rest, he began to understand that being known by God is worth more than anything the world could offer. God may be doing the same thing to you. If you feel yourself being reshaped, changing the way you think, starting to listen to your inner voice more, it's no accident. It's a process of recreation, of training, of preparation. He is shaping you so that you can step into a purpose bigger, higher, and truer than anything you've ever imagined. It's not a loss, it's reborn. You begin to see the results of the seeds of faith you've sown long ago. Faith is not only believing in things unseen, but also being patient and steadfast in sowing seeds of faith during tough times. When you start to see results from what you sowed in the past, it is a sign that God is about to bless you with something huge. Your past prayers, efforts, and sacrifices are now coming to fruition. The fruit of what you've sown will bring you joy, peace, and a sense of fulfillment. Galatians 6:9 encourages us, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." David is a great example of seeing the results of seeds of faith sown. Throughout his years as a shepherd, David patiently trusted in God and never gave up on his faith. After defeating Goliath and going through many life challenges, God elevated David to become the king of Israel. The seeds of faith David sowed during those difficult years eventually bore fruit. When you begin to see the results from the efforts and faith you have sown, it is a sign of God's reward. Continue to be patient and trust, for the seeds of faith you sow will bring a great harvest. These signs indicate that God is working in your life, preparing you for the great things He has prepared for you. Be persistent and trust in His guidance. Every sign you go through in life, whether it's isolation, closed doors, or changes in your heart, are steps of preparation for the abundant future that God has prepared for you. If this message touches your heart, don't hesitate to like it. Write down the moment when you realize that God is preparing great things for you. Subscribe to continue this journey with us, and let the 7 Bible Verse channel help you discover the purpose of life and our mission on this spiritual path. Let's walk together on this journey of faith.